Well, business, for the most part, is a hit or miss. When it comes to the people that miss, it's usually the people that tend to not have a high degree of consistency, people that don't do the things that would actually help the business thrive. People that come in with very little capital, they don't have the proper training, they never sought out for mentorship and other things that would actually help increase the chances of longevity in the business. On the other hand, the people that do hit tend to be the people that have high degree of consistency, people that show up every day, people that stay in the business for the long haul. Because sometimes one of the reasons that people miss is because they came into the business at the time at which the economy is not actually doing well. So the timing has to be right. And those are some of the reasons why people hit or miss. The point of this video today is talk about Turo. As you can see in the thumbnail, I'm talking about the best cash car for Turo. In Turo business, it could be a hit or miss. If you come in with a good intention, with the right consistency, everything on your part is right. But you come in with the wrong cars, you will miss. On the other hand, if you come in with the right car, but you don't have the high level of consistency, you came in at the wrong time, you came in with the wrong capital, you have the wrong team behind you, you also a miss. To be a hit on Turo, you have to have a combination of both, a high level of consistency and the right car. The car that I believe this car is the best car for Turo, hands down, and anybody could prove me wrong, is the 2011 Lexus HS250h. This car, I believe, spans from 2010 all the way to 2012. This was the year period in which this car was made. I actually want to talk to you about this car. I bought this car by mistake. I was looking at hybrid cars to purchase. My intention was Toyotas, but somehow I ended up with Lexus HS250h. It was one that was accidented in front. I ended up taking it to the body shop and fixing it. So in this video, I'm going to go over the car. I'm going to go over the stats, the reviews, what people have to say about it, raves and rants. And also I'm going to show you the numbers, how this car has done for me on Turo. And then at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you about the improvements that I'm planning to do as I forward with this car. The car that you choose when you're embarking on this journey called Turo is very key to how well you're going to do in the Turo business. With this car, I've been very fortunate. So this is the exact car in question. It's a 2011 Lexus HS250h. This car has been good to me. This is a stock photo that I just took off the website just to give you an idea of what the car looks, just in case my pictures don't do justice. The car runs all the way to 2012. Like I told you, it's an amazing car. Just looking at the overview, you see that the car gives 35 miles per gallon city, 34 miles per gallon highway, which usually is not the case. It's always reversed. The city tends to be lower than the highway. But because this is a hybrid car, in the city, it gets better gas mileage because there's a lot of stop and go. And during the stop and go process, hybrid battery kicks in and the car is usually in EV mode. This is the electric vehicle mode. The car has a 2.4 cylinder engine. It gives about 147 horsepower, which is not a lot. Because it's a four-cylinder car and the size of the car, it packs a serious punch. The car moves very fast. It's very agile. It has a CVT transmission, but Toyota figured this one out. This transmission does not go bad very easily. It says the dimension right there, front wheel drive. This is another car that's very comparable to the Lexus HS250h as far as engine wise. The 2007-2009 Toyota Camry has the same engine as the Lexus HS250h. So sometimes you will see that their engines are interchangeable. If you ever have a HS250h that needs an engine, the 2007-2009 Toyota Camry or any Toyota 2.4 liter engine actually is interchangeable and would work perfectly. Because the Camry is heavier, it gets less miles per gallon on both sides, both city and highway. It does poorly on gasoline. There's a V6 variation of the Camry that has a 3.5 liter engine, so that would not apply to the HS250h. Price for the car is about $8,000, $7,999. And Edmunds.com shows the reviews on this car seems to be very, very high. 77 owners gave it 4 stars or more. So over here is looking at 4.5 stars. The reliability rating on this car is highly rated, 4.5 out of 5. So before you buy a car for 2 euros, I think it's a smart thing to do to actually look at the reliability rating on the car. You want to see how well the car is being said to be reliable so that way you know how well this car is going to serve you. So reliability ratings are something that I always check. The combined miles per gallon is rated at 35. The cost to drive it monthly is about $106, which is very low. Some cars, like you look at the Range Rovers, compared to this is about hundreds of dollars more. This is my exact car. This is the car that I have that has been very good to me. And you're going to see the numbers as we go through this broadcast. You're going to see the numbers that this car has brought me. This car has done very well and continues to do very well. As I'm talking to you, as I'm actually broadcasting this video, this car is rented out by a guest in South Bend International Airport in the Northwest Indiana area. This is the other side of the vehicle. That's the passenger side. This is more of the driver's side. And as we go down here, you're gonna see the passenger side. I bought it pretty clean. The body man did a very good job, so the car turned out very all right. Here we go. This is the rear. This is the back of the car, so you can see what the car looks like. It looks great. But I'm a tire nut. I really care about how the tire of the car looks, so I take good care of the tire. I make sure that the tire is in tip-top shape. I don't play about my tires. So as you can see, the tire has a lot of meat on it, and there's the trunk. So the car has a very nice trunk space. It's not too small. It's not too big. The hybrid battery takes up a lot of space in the trunk, but still there's a lot of room for a decent sized luggage to fit in there. As you look in the front seat, this is the driver's side seat. The driver's seat specifically is not in the best shape. I've been looking to replace it, but for the most part, it looks nice. I take good care of the car. I keep it clean. Even though this driver's seat is in poor shape, I do my best to make sure it's well polished, oiled, and everything with the leather finish. I put it on there. You can see the all-weather mats. I put that in all my cars. I also add a little touch I would recommend to any Turo host. I put the cell phone holder, I put the charger, and I put other things. And as we move through the content, you're going to see more of what I do to entice renters and make my car very attractive. This is more view of the interior of the car. As at the time that I got the car before the first rental, the mileage was 108,233. As we move down, you're going to see the current mileage of the car. The car has done decent mileage so far. Here is the dashboard. Just you can see the car is very nice, very attractive, and it looks very nice inside. It's luxurious. I think this car is very comparable to Mercedes-Benz quality of luxury. As a matter of fact, I would claim the leather in this car holds up better than the Mercedes-Benz for the amount of trashing and beating that this car gets. This is very high quality stuff. I believe in Japanese products, and that's why I stick to the Toyota and Lexus when it comes to the cars that I put out for rent, especially on the economic side. The car comes in different modes. It has the EV mode, which is the electric vehicle mode, which is why it makes sense that the car gets very high miles per gallon in the city, because when you're in the city, you drive at a lesser speed. And any speed under 20 miles, the car goes into EV mode where it's not using gasoline. There's the eco mode where it's a mixture of electricity and gas, and the gas charges the electric battery. So the eco mode is a mixture of both, and it helps you be very efficient on your gasoline. And then as you look down there, you're going to see the power mode. The power mode is full gasoline engine. You're using all four cylinders. The car is fully fired up, and you're walking on all fours. So at this point, the car is very agile, moving very fast. It would tend to consume more gasoline as you put it in power mode. Here is the center console. You can see the car comes with standard heated seats. This is actually very surprising and actually very promising, because as you can see, the car is equipped. It has heated seats like you would see in very high-end luxury cars. And for the price point of this car, this is amazing. You can see the charger there for USB-C, and also the iPhone old charger, the USB-A, and you can see everything else over there with the USB and aux cord. You can plug your aux to listen to music. The quality of the leather is actually pretty good. The quality of the leather is nice, and you can see the passenger seat is actually in better condition than the driver's seat. And that makes sense because the driver's seat takes a lot of beating, as I already explained earlier. The car would not move without a driver, so it makes sense that the driver's seat will be in a poorer shape. This is a WeatherTech floor mats that I put in the cars to basically hold up with snow and sand and make it very easy to clean up the car. You're going to see that I have the WeatherTech floor mats all through the car, front and back. These are just there to help make cleaning easy and make the lives of the guests easy as well. The guests can easily put their feet on there and have all the snow settled into the all-weather mats. And here's a close-up look of the all-weather mats and what it looks like. These are directly the ones sold from Lexus. I try to buy OEM. When I cannot find OEM, I go with WeatherTech floor mats, because WeatherTech floor mats are very durable. They're quite expensive or they're quite pricey, but at the end of the day, I get them because it's a business vehicle. At the end of the day, the car is going to pay for the mat. Here is the front, and you can see the cell phone holder right there. And these are some of the things that I put in the car to entice clients. So when they look at the car, they see themselves in it, and not just see themselves in it, but they appreciate the look of the car, and they could vividly see how they will be pulling up in this car and how it makes them feel. This is the rear seat. The car is fully loaded. Very nice rear seats. The rear seats is very premium condition compared to the front seat. If you look over there in the corner, you would see the vent. That's where the air flows into the hybrid battery to cool it off. There's a fan right there. Here's a better picture of the vent. And that's the rear seat. You see all leather, you can see wood grain. The car has basic stuff. And for this price point of 8,000, this is an amazing car. And no wonder the car pulls in a lot of cash on Turo, because guests love this car. It's small, it's compact, very fuel economic. They don't have to spend so much on gas, and they get luxury. And not only do they get luxury, they get fuel economy while enjoying luxury. So it makes sense. Here's a better picture of the rear seat. Now we're going to go into the numbers. This is the first month in which I put this car on Turo. The first month that I had this car on Turo, I did not do a lot of numbers because I had just started for the first time. And by the time I put the car on Turo, the year was almost out. It was a rush because I was pressuring to get it ready and put it in before the cutoff time reaches, or we get to the end of the year. Because by the end of the year, Turo will not let this car on the platform anymore, because the car was a 2011 and this was about 2023 December. So I had to get it in before 2024 January so that it can be allowed on the platform. In that 1 month after I put it on Turo, I made $106. In the following rental period, the car made $11,934 in the whole rental period of 2024. As you can see, I was very diligent with this car. I was hustling this car. This car only missed $184 in earnings out of 11,934. So this car would have made $12,000, almost close to the Range Rover earnings for the year 2024. I'm going to make a separate video talking about the earnings for the Range Rover. Zero upcoming earnings, reimbursement. I had about $731 in reimbursement for people that scratched stuff and damaged, like the cell phone holder, people that took the chargers in the car. After they checked out, they forgot to leave the charger in the car, they took it with them. So they were charged for all these things and they paid for it. Total in missed earnings was just a little under $200. So I did not lose a lot of money on this one because I was very diligent. This car was always ready because I knew it was always going to be rented out. Mechanically, it was sound. Everything was ready to go. Let's move on to 2025. As of 2025, so as 24th of January, this car already earned a little bit under $250, $239 to be exact. As you can see right there, it has an upcoming earnings of about $283. I already got $55 in reimbursement and counting. So the car is already doing great. That's what I love about this car. This car is not a joke. It makes its money. It gives you the bang for the buck. For a car that's worth $8,000, I already made almost double that and counted. I'm $4,000 away from making double what I paid for the car, or what the car is presumed to be worth. I paid less than the going price of the car. I bought the car from the auction, fixed it up. I came in at about $1,000. That was what I came in at. And I'm still going to show you other ways that I made money using this car, why I'm significantly very close to almost tripling what it cost me to purchase this car. So here you can see $239 already made in 2025 and counting. I already have more bookings besides this. So here is the current mileage of the car. So as of today, the mileage on the car is 143,427. This is actually as of the last time it was booked. So the car is out right now. So I've been to a guest that booked it out there. At the time that the car was checked in, the mileage was 143,427. So by the time it comes back, it will be a lot more. The reason why the miles of this car is pretty high, like 1,000 or 2,000 over, was because I did a private rental. One of the guests used the car to go to New York and all kinds of stuff went down. This is what I'm trying to do with the car in the future. I'm trying to install an Apple CarPlay system. I believe this will give me an edge because now the car will have a reverse camera and will also have an Apple CarPlay system. Because with the Apple CarPlay system, guests will be more enticed and more likely to rent this car. I've had guests turn down rentals with my rental cars because they did not have Apple CarPlay. So this Apple CarPlay thing has become a necessity and I'm paying attention. So I'm going to go ahead and install this in the car. I'm actually going to do this in less than 3 weeks. Here is how much I made in 2024 from private rentals. Private rentals actually brought in more than this. We're almost at $12,000 with the Turo rentals. So this is almost $2,000. You add that to that, that's about $14,000. So $4,000 away from tripling what I invested in the car so far. That's the story of the Lexus HS250h. If you have any questions, you want to find out ways to buy cars from the auction, feel free to contact me. The link is in the description. I have a phone number on there where you can text me directly. I have my social media access information on there, ways you can message me in different platforms. For anybody that believes that there's a car out there on Turo that brings in more money than the 2010, 2012 Lexus HS250h, please feel free to make a video or release the content or show a broadcast proving me wrong and have the numbers to match it. I believe with what I just showed you, you can see that this is a very durable car, and based on the reviews, you can see that the customers have spoken that this car is actually a bang for its buck. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.